Yeah, I'm making this video about the outrage that is going on against Assassin's Creed Shadows due to the fact that the developer chose to use Afro Samurai Yasuke as the protagonist, one of the main protagonists, and Mayonnaise, YouTube is in outrage and uproar over this. They're saying that Yasuke is not a samurai because he's a Negro, he's black. But the Mayonnaise Twitter don't understand that in 1575, so-called black people weren't called black. We were called Moors. So you telling me the Moors were not the greatest people of all time, world renowned for their intellectual prowess, military prowess? Are you going to go and tell William Shakespeare, you're going to go back in time and tell William Shakespeare to not write the book, The Tragedy of Othello, the Moor from Spain? Are you going to go back in time and tell the Spanish royal family, the cardinal, not to hire Othello as their lead general in his wars against the Mohammedans, the Ottomans in the 1500s? Are you going to go back in time and say that? Are you going to go back in ancient Egypt and tell the Roman Emperor Maximian not to hire Maurice as the head of the Theban Legion to go into Switzerland to kill the Christians? Are you going to do that? You're imposing racial discrimination, employment discrimination, because his skin is a particular hue. He couldn't have been hired as a samurai, a mercenary warrior, sleazy samurais. Your anger, jealousy. You want to go back in time and impose your racism on this black man, this so-called black man, this Moor. Let me look at this video. This beast is complaining about Yasuke.
Hyundai Santa Fe versus Toyota Highlander.
These beasts.
Look what Santa Fe has, and what Highlander.
How many years have people been asking for an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan? It's got to be at least 10. And so finally, when the franchise is at its weakest and
too much complaining,
Ubisoft,
too much complaining, Mayonnaise is complaining too much, whining. I'll tell you what, Mayonnaise, go tell Japan to erase their history. Go tell Switzerland to erase their history, because Japan is the reason they preserved Yasuke. If he was just a nobody like you say he was, why would he survive 5 centuries in time? Mysterious character. It's known, world renowned, 5 centuries later, if he wasn't a so-called samurai. And if he was or wasn't, why do you care? It's not your culture. You're not Japanese. The Japanese people preserve this history. Maybe that's the reason you dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, to erase the history. Just like you did in Hamburg, Germany, tried to destroy all of the history of the Moors, the Negro Moors. Let me look it up. Go to Switzerland. Switzerland was neutral, so you couldn't destroy the history in Switzerland about Saint Maurice. Let me look him up. Go to Switzerland and tell them not to write this history about the Theban Legion, Saint Maurice. Go do this and more. Look at this, Saint Maurice. Tell him he wasn't a Roman general because he's black. He couldn't have been a Roman general. He couldn't have been over the Theban legions. This is a Negro Egyptian from Thebes in a 3rd century AD. Preserved only by Switzerland. Mayonnaise man is angry. When Assassin's Creed Ubisoft make an Assassin's Creed talking about Othello, the Moorish general from Spain, are you going to be angry about that? He couldn't have been a so-called Spanish general because he's a Negro. He's black. He's black. He couldn't have been because he's black. Look, see that, Saint Maurice, he's black. He's black, so he couldn't have been a Roman general in the 3rd century AD in the so-called Cleopatra era because he's black. Who else these devils gonna try to erase the history of? When they do a Carthaginian Assassin's Creed about Hannibal, and he's gonna be black, you're gonna say he couldn't have been black. He couldn't have been black. Carthage couldn't have been hiring a black man to be their general. Or who else? Abraham Hannibal in Russia. Let me look that up. He couldn't have been. He couldn't have been. Who this? The black boy who became Prince of Russia. The legend of Hannibal, Petrovic, ambition and betrayal. And his son was the founder of Russian literature. There you go, right there. Are you going to go back and erase this history about Abraham Hannibal in Russia? Are you going to do that? Are you going to do that? He couldn't have been the Prince of Russia because he's black. He's black. Who else? Let me look him up. German Moors. Who else? Look at that. Saint or stereotype. Who that? Moor, black on Moor statue in Europe, black history. So-called Benjamin Franklin on black German immigrants. Black German immigrants. Are you going to go back and destroy this? Are you going to be mad at Assassin's Creed if they made a video game talking about the German Moors, the Negroes? But we weren't called blacks in the 1500s. We were called so-called Moors. This was before 1619. This was before the slaves was allegedly sent to America. He was a samurai in Japan, experienced freedom, equality, prowess, esteem, prestige in a time in which the so-called white man say we were slaves, nobody's nothing. Same time, Othello, the Moor of Spain, was written by Shakespeare. Hold on. It's a movie about Othello. The black man cannot be nothing because the male pale-skinned man says so. The Moor of Venice. Thought he was in Spain. Watch Othello. They got him in 1965, but they had a white man put on blackface. But yeah, are you gonna go back? This is the one I like. With Lawrence Fishburne. He played Othello. Great movie. But are you gonna go back and tell me that the Moors were not in Japan in the 1500s and they could not be employed as samurais because of 20th century white supremacy said so? Nobody in the world was called white in the 1500s. Nobody was called black in the 1500s. You were known by your tribes, your customs, your nation, and for some reason the Moors had an international, global type of citizenship that seems to be superior to all others. So it was a high demand for Moors come in and help build their societies, educate their children, medicine, technology, development. Everywhere we went, we developed, we brought innovations, prosperity. This is why they want the Negroes. That's why we have Russian poetry and jazz, because we brought that to them in the 20th century, 1920s. But this pale-skinned white man is saying that because Yasuke was Negro, black, he could not be a samurai. Yeah, these people are disturbed. Hold on, let me go back. me play the trailer. Hold on. Hold on. Let me play the trailer. The pale-skinned man is angry. Mayonnaise. Hold on. Mayonnaise. Let me play the trailer. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is going wild. Hold on.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
Mayonnaise.
All I have ever known in my life.
Mayonnaise cannot accept this. Mayonnaise.
Our customs.
Mayonnaise YouTube.
My
Spreading
family.
their hatred. They're spreading their hatred.
In the name of unification.
Back in time. They're going back in time to do employment discrimination against Yasuke. They call it diversity. But you're not even from Japan. You're a pale-skinned mayonnaise man.
You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea.
This game looks excellent, actually.
The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed. Power. Vengeance.
This game looks outstanding. I'm gonna have to pre-order this. It's like Shaq dunking on Shaq going to Japan, dumping on everybody.
Or choose another path beyond what we see.
And we must look for it together.
He like a NFL football player with them dreads.
We must learn to trust, rebuild.
And follow the blade.
I can't believe these games look so realistic. Oh, they're attacking a samurai. He's attacking his own people.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows.
That serve the light.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. But yeah, I'm just talking about the anger of these mayonnaise people.
Whoa!
Turn this on.
Whoa!
Hello noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and today we're talking about the new trailer that's been released
The
by
Black Samurai.
Ubisoft.
Oh, the more complaining. Let me go back to some more complaining about the mayonnaise from the mayonnaise people. Pale-skinned supremacy. Pale-skinned supremacy. That's a coon right there. He's angry. Yeah, they're angry. Mayonnaise YouTube is angry. That's about it though.